How can I find investors for my startup?
This is a question I actually get all the time. Firstly, it depends on where you're at. For this video, I'm going to focus on early stage startups. But if you want us to share tips for later stage businesses, hit us up in the comments. Generally speaking, in the very early days, your options are friends and family, incubators and accelerators, angel investors, and crowdfunding. If you choose to go down the friends and family route, tread wisely and make sure that everybody knows the risks involved, or an awkward family dinner will be the least of your worries. Incubators and accelerators are really very similar to each other. Both can provide cash or non-cash resources like labs, business support, or co-working spaces. Incubators typically help founders in the very, very early days figure everything out, from the business model to providing product market fit. Whereas accelerators, as the name kind of suggests, help accelerate growth. So they're best suited to startups which have already seen a little bit of traction. They could be run by independent organizations, backed by the government, run by angel investors, or even VC firms. Now, some are better than others, and it's important to make sure that they're not taking an outweighted amount of equity for the services they provide. There are some really quite famous examples where this scenario is played out, and it has rendered the startups involved pretty much all but uninvestable. Angel investors are usually high net worth individuals with a ton of experience behind them. They often act as mentors and have great networks to tap into. You can expect an angel investor to invest a small to moderate sum. It's often a step up from a friends and family round. They can also pool funds with other angels to up the ante, and there are some really, really brilliant angel syndicates in the UK aimed at all sorts of different niches. Crowdfunding is the last route I'm going to talk about today. This is when a lot of people invest micro amounts. They might receive a reward or perk or a tiny amount of equity in your business in return. This can be a really great way, not just to raise investment, but also raise awareness of what you're doing and build a community, particularly if you operate in a B2C sector. That being said, there can be significant costs associated with this method, and founders are often expected to have a certain amount of the expected raise already committed. So make sure you enter into it with your eyes open. Now, there are other ways to fund your business. You could bootstrap, you could get a bank loan or apply for a government grant. But you clicked on this video because you want to know about investors. So here are my tips for finding them. Y Combinator, Seed Camp, Entrepreneur First, Founders Factory. They're all popular incubators and accelerators. So go check out their websites. The Entrepreneur Handbook website has a great list of angel investor networks. It sounds simple, but using LinkedIn to source and connect with angels is also an absolute no-brainer. Just make sure you research them properly and create bespoke messages, as these guys are often inundated. Likewise, ask your network. Your founder friends probably know a few. Attend as many networking events as you can. Find what's on in your area using websites like Eventbrite. As for crowdfunding platforms, you've got Seeders, you've got Crowdcube, even Kickstarter, to name just a few. When you're in a position to move to the next stage, you might approach venture capitalists, VCs, but that's a whole other ballgame and deserves its own video. But my top tip for finding investors for your startup would be to put yourself out there. Develop your own personal brand alongside share your journey on social media and leverage your existing networks. And when you've found your perfect partner and you're ready to get your funding round off the ground, join Vested. Our investor raise package is perfect for fundraising. You can apply for SEIS and EIS advanced assurance, which investors love, by the way. You can generate investment agreements, put everything in a secure data room, model future scenarios, issue shares to investors instantly, and loads more. So do check that out. In the meantime, I hope you found this video useful. We actually put together a fundraising guide, which you can download for free. There's a link in the description below. Thanks for listening. And while you're here, give us a like and subscribe for more startup content.